What's going on, guys? This is Empty Box, and this is iRacing Indycar Fixed Oval Series from Twin Ring Motegi. Obviously racing on the oval here, not the road course. Obviously, because we're in the oval series, right, guys? Anyways, you can consider this slippery Japanese tarmac oval edition, because this place is definitely slick and not very grippy, but this is a very fun circuit. To say the least. A lot of passing going on around here. Definitely a driver's track. Really like this place. The racing that it puts on in the real world wasn't really all that exciting. Didn't really care for it, but here at iRacing, this is definitely a fun circuit. Again, because you can pass. It's a very fun place, to say the least. But, yeah. It's an asymmetric oval for you guys out there who aren't familiar with the oval here. Turn 1 and 2 really fast. Basically foot to the floor, 3 and 4. Gonna have to downshift, let off the gas, and there's a lot of different ways to get through there.
Get ready, going green.
Very fun circuit. Got to watch turn 4 exit though. The car will get very loose there.
Car is in. Green.
Just focus on putting the power down. Nice tight line.
Outside. Stay low. Clear outside.
It's definitely a place where it's very easy to overdrive, particularly there in 3 and 4. Because really you want to be letting off probably around the 100-meter board or so. But as you can see, that's not necessarily ideal because everybody lifts at different places. And if you lift too early, then the guy behind you, he's just going to go right around you. Is he more likely than not will stick his nose in there? Now, hopefully this race goes better than my last races have gone. I've gone about 5 or 6 races now without actually finishing, which is probably my longest streak in a very long while. Actually, it is my longest streak in a very long while. That's not a streak you want. And this race yesterday was a caution fest. Unfortunately, I got taken out by a guy who was a victim of turn 4. He just got loose, took out the car in front of me, unfortunately, and I had nowhere to go. I mean, it's just one of those deals where we were at the wrong place at the wrong time for both me and the guy in front of me, and, that's that. Game over. You stay a little bit higher there, 1 and 2, I think. Be very careful. That transition though out of 4 is definitely a hairy place. And when I first came here in practice, I knew the layout of the circuit. I knew, roughly what was going on. I was like, holy bejeebus, this is the most difficult oval I've ever driven. And I like Darlington, FYI. So maybe that's why I find this place a little bit more difficult than that, but This is definitely one of the more enjoyable ovals I've driven here in iRacing with the Indycar. It actually plays out like an Indycar race. Or I guess like a DW12 Indycar race.
Outside.
Where you actually have passing.
Clear.
And tires have some importance. Which, speaking of which, as I mentioned in my last video, I did attend the IndyCar race out at Iowa Speedway last week, and all I gotta say is absolutely fantastic. A, because Hinchcliffe won. Yes, indeed. And B, it was just a heck of a show. It really was. I'm not sure how well it looked on TV, but watching Ryan Hunter-Reay was just a feast for the eyes. The dude was on fire. Unfortunately, Tristan Vautier was driving like a complete and utter dick, and there was no battle for the lead at the very end, which was quite a shame because there really could have been, because Ryan Hunter-Reay was definitely flying around that place. Unfortunately, here at iRacing, we're stuck with the crappy old Dallara. Not the new crappy Dallara.
The yellow flag is out. Line up, single file.
And there's our first yellow.
Catch the 14 car. Catch
We went 11 laps, so it's longer than we managed to do yesterday. But the question is, to pit or not to pit?
Thanks for not hitting me, guys.
Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to stay out, but if there is another yellow, I might make a strategy move. Because, again, this is a place where tires do somewhat matter. They're not huge, excuse me, like in the NASCAR cars, but they do make a difference because you do have to actually drive the car around here. I mean, the car's still driving just fine. Our lap times are fairly close, I'm pretty sure, to what they were, you know, on fresh cold tires and everything like that. And what the?
Checking out into.
Did you guys just see that? I am confused, but okay. So let's go ahead and I'm going to stick with you guys here until we get around to the pit stops, to the pit end, see if anybody's going to make a stop, because if they do, well, things might get interesting. I don't think they will, because nobody ever pits in the IndyCar. So we'll see what happens.
Pit road is now open.
Sorry, that was for Dan Guerin. He's blinking.
Let's see here. Any takers? Any takers? No. Okay. I'm rejoining you guys on the flip side.
I'd actually flown off the track and nobody looked at my car.
Okay, and we're back. We're going to be starting in the fourth row of cars on the inside. I think we're a little bit faster than that 14 car, although not sure I'm really fast enough to make sure I can get by him with ease. So we're going to want to try and make some hay on this restart, as usual. Of course, we're paying attention to those revs, as you guys have probably gathered if you've watched the IndyCar videos.
Green flag, green flag.
Ah, the field got checked up there. It's a really long run. It's okay. Car way up in the wall.
Car outside. Clear outside.
We got a pretty good run here. It's not enough space. Looks like we got a little bit of a wiggle going on up front there. Be careful of that transition.
Car outside. Stay low.
He's got the draft.
Clear. Outside. Stay low. Stay low. Still there. Keep low.
I'm keeping it low. Doing what I can. Meanwhile, this guy behind us has just got to be licking his lips.
Still there. Stay low. Clear.
Looks like the 4-car got into that transition area. Exit 4 high, you die. That's pretty much the motto around here.
Car inside. Still there. Clear.
Ah, I did not need that.
Flag is out. Line up.
Especially right then and there.
Road is closed. Catch the 11. Car.
Decisions. 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 How many cars do we still have running? Looks like we got 20. That is a lot of cars to get back through. And again, it is pretty easy to pass here compared to most tracks in the IndyCar series here.
Hey, Robert, how you doing tonight, man? Good, Ron. How you doing? Not too bad.
Catch the 11. Car.
I know you got me there for the...
Okay. Yeah, just don't feel like listening to those guys right now. We'll do the same thing here. We'll ride around, see if anybody hits the pits, and determine our strategy from there. I think this guy behind me, I think he wants to pit because he did fake, and in the IndyCar you don't really fake because nobody pits ever, more or less. So it's kind of one of those things where if you fake, you're kind of faking me into thinking that you're going to actually want to pit. So we're going to accidentally hit the pit speed limiter. That way everybody knows our strategy.
The road is now open.
I'm going for it. Why not? We're running 7th. I think we can get back through the field anyways. We're about halfway through, maybe later on in the race. Tires start to wear off. You know, again, tire wear isn't huge in the IndyCar, but with 3 and 4 over there, it can't hurt. You know, remember, we did the same thing at Milwaukee, and basically only 2 of us made a pit stop, and it definitely paid off. We managed to finish 3rd, even though we had a probably 20th place car, in all honesty. So, well, it looks like a couple of people did pit with us, so we're not going to be starting tail into the field, but we'll definitely be back there.
Line up single file. Catch the 20. Car.
So we are going to be restarting about 19th position. Got to pass 12 cars to get back to where we were. Will it work, or will I look like a complete and utter moron? You'll see when we get back to green flag racing, because cautions suck. Okay, we're getting ready to go back to green flag racing, restarting in 18th outside line of the 9th row. There's a lot of cars between where we were and where we are now.
Ready, going green.
But hopefully we can get back through quickly and cleanly. A couple cautions along the way to help out the cause.
Car is in.
We can do this.
Green flag, green flag.
Except for the fact this 13 car didn't go.
Car inside. Clear. Car outside.
Guy in front of me did not go at all. Probably could have got 3 cars on that restart because nobody went. Okay. Hold her tight coming off of 2.
Stay low, clear.
Take a spot, Matt.
Gotta wait to make that call.
Outside,
Thank you.
clear. Okay, we're halfway to the finish.
No problem.
Still got half of a race. Fun fact, that last lap was actually faster than my qualifying lap. Eh. So every time coming out of 4, that transition, it may not look like it, but it is exciting. That last lap was actually a personal best for me. Well, we've definitely gone faster with these tires.
Outside. Still there.
Should somewhat easily get by this guy.
Clear outside.
It's a little bit of a lift there to make sure we can keep it low.
Car outside. Keep low. Clear outside.
Getting the power as hard as we can.
You must be joking, guys. Nobody's here.
"16 cars definitely headed to the front.
Outside. Clear. Outside.
There we go.
Keep low. Clear.
Looks like there's a bump behind us. I managed to keep it clean.
Slow car ahead. Go high.
Oh, that'll help us. Free position, always nice. We are running fast laps. Just not sure we really are going to be able to do it without a caution to get back to where we were. But you gotta give it the old college try, right? caution would definitely be beneficial because we are definitely up to speed here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You really got to get down there on that white line.
Right there.
Right now we are just hoping for a caution. That is our best chance that we have. Need to get lower. It's going to kill our speed.
The yellow flag is out. Line
Yes.
Single file. Pit road is closed. Catch the 10 car.
That's what we needed. That is what we needed. I'll help group the pack back. Blah. That will group the pack
I thought you
up.
went into that wall, Eric, and I was like, oh no.
Yeah,
That should definitely
barely got it.
definitely play in our hands because we are
Looks like I just seen your script.
we have been fairly fast, and we're just gonna be restarting on the inside line, which is preferred. And we'll see if maybe someone decides to make a pit stop. Maybe, not likely at all, seeing how there's only 10 laps left. Probably be 7 by the time we get back to green flag racing, so not a whole lot of time, but we'll see. I've heard of stranger things. Although I don't expect any of the front runners to do that. Yeah, kind of looking like a bumbling moron with that strategy idea, but it was worth a shot. We have good speed. It's the fastest we've gone so far here, so it can't be that bad, but
Pit road is
just
now
gave up a
open.
heck of a lot of track position to do it. And there's the old 16 guy going flying off into the wall. 15. Now it looks like we got one position, which means we're going to start on the outside line, which is less than ideal. Yay! So join you guys after the caution. Okay, and we're getting ready to go back to green flag racing here. Going to be the 5th cars on the outside line. If ever there was a good time I needed to restart to make this all wash out and be nice and even and square, it'd be now. I don't like looking like an idiot by making pit stops that I really did not need to make.
The pace car is in. Green flag, green flag. You're in the top 10. Inside.
Well, this is going to be interesting.
Clear inside. Outside.
Thank you, spotter.
Still
Sorry,
there.
Garen might have a board black flag there.
Keep low. Clear outside. Outside. Keep low.
Thank you, 2 car. I'll make for a nice little...
Stay low.
Right through one.
Keep low. Stay low. Keep low. Clear outside.
Well, looks like we're about back to where we were.
You've got 5 laps to go.
Huge mistake. I had to lift out of it because I hit a bump awkwardly. I think we can gain a couple more positions. We definitely have the speed. We're really strong coming off of 4, so we need to do our best to try and exploit that.
Outside. Still there. Keep low. Clear.
Okay, this is going to be interesting.
The yellow flag is out. Line up, single file. Pit road
And that's going to be ball game right there.
You've got 2 laps to go.
Managed to finish 5th. I think we look pretty smart now.
Are you talking about me, Brad?
I knew we could pull it off. I knew we could pull it off.
The guy behind you.
Link went off.
Yeah, that was a hard check, but there were 3 people going into that one corner.
That was definitely a exciting last couple of laps there. Definitely why I like this place in an IndyCar. Because you can actually pass. It's fun. Embrace the challenge of slippery Japanese tarmac because you're a big boy. Just ask Shaq. He's a big boy. So I hope you guys enjoyed that because the race is over here. So, bye. Hey, at least you did a better burnout than Hinch did.
You drove by me and gave me the peace sign after you did that.